majority of me, except things I have heard a million times. First thing I've heard a lot is that I should date my best friend. I have heard this from my dad, his sister, his sister's husband, his brother's girlfriend, and a few other people, like really close friends. But yeah, I've already heard it, you guys. Don't need to say anymore. We tried. It failed. Everyone just stop yapping. Next thing I've heard 1,000 times is that I'd be a great teacher. I always talk about wanting to be a teacher. And when I say that, people are like, oh, you'd be a great teacher. I never thought about it, but you would be. And it's probably because I act like a kid sometimes and I spend a lot of time with kids. But either way, I take it as a compliment. So thank you. That's like probably my favorite compliment is that you'd be a great teacher. Like, thanks. Next thing I've heard a million times is that I'm a teacher's pet. Okay, guys, I know. We don't need to keep repeating it. I'm not a teacher's pet. I think this mostly started like around the time that my teacher asked me to help him make a vocab quiz because I had an A plus in that class, which means extra credit, and I was doing super good, so he just had me help him with the quiz. However, I've always been labeled as a teacher's pet, probably because I want to be a teacher, so I like talking to the teachers. Everyone stop. Next thing I've heard 1,000 quadrillion million times something by my dad, and I'm going to show you why he says it, and I'm going to reenact it when I go into his room. Toss, toss. When I walk into my father's room, that is exactly what I do because I like to embarrass him. I don't care if he's with his friends. If I'm walking into his room, that's the way I am walking in to his room. And the thing I've heard a million times come out of his mouth is bruh. And it's not bruh. He doesn't actually say bruh, but he gives me the and really. So, I've heard that a million times from him. Next thing I've heard like 1,000 times is people saying that I have really bad style. And I think this all started in 7th grade when I was wearing leopard print, purple, poofy dresses to school for fun. Guys, I'm sorry I had enough confidence to literally be myself and be fun when I was 12 and that you guys didn't have that confidence. Like, sorry, not sorry actually. The other thing that I've probably heard a lot of times, specifically from my teacher, is that I could be a professional violin teacher. Not professional, but like be a violin teacher, like orchestra, because I'm very passionate about orchestra and I love playing my violin. So yeah. Alright guys, that's it. Bye. Thank you for watching and I love you. Mwah.